Yo, what's up? It's Fish with another episode of Maplestory 2. Hope you're enjoying the beginner series, and we're going to expedite this series right to what to do after level 50. We cover a lot of the stuff. I reviewed the videos we've done so far. We got pretty casual last time, and now we're going to get up to what do we do when you reach level 50. It's one of the most, often questions that I've asked. So I figured we cover that right now. We're going to pretend we hit level 50, and look what we've got here. A level 50 dude. The second you hit level 50, the first thing that you're going to want to do is get yourself a pet. And the easiest way to do that is to go into the Maple Guide and complete your pet quest, the tutorial. And you get yourself a slime pet. And pets are really important in the game, and they come in all sorts of rarities and varieties, and they go along in terms of life skills with leisure, pet taming. You got your dryad snares that you can make through your life skills, like mining, gathering, and farming out in the wild, and we'll get all around to that in a separate pet video. But the pet themselves, which can be accessed and looked at through pets, well, they've got different rarities. There are regular pets, there are green pets, there are blue pets. Those are exceptional, and there are epic pets as well. Epic pets cannot be traded or sold, but the rest can, even the ones that come from dungeons, including this Pyro's Fard. You can sell and trade and farm and catch pets like Pokemon, but they're really cool because they've got stats. Now, regular's got none, the green's got 1, the blue has 2, and the epics have 3. So, depending on the rarity of the pet, they have better stats. And those stats, in fact, can be re-rolled under change talents, and you use a number of materials, and we'll get into that during the pet episode. But a pet is really important because it does a few things. It attacks for you. My pet's like critting like 400 or 500 DPS, but he'll attack and aggro for you. He'll also auto-revive you. He'll also use items for you. I've got potion spec in there. We could do it right now. Hit your inventory, go to your consumables and say, I want you to use this 1200 HP pot when my health is at 50%. And when my health is at 70%, I want you to use my leaves. So long as these, I'll keep it at 80 rather, these are different percentages, you can use an actual potion and you can use a heal over time. And the pet will do the dirty work for you. It will also pick up things. So this pet in particular does not have a bag. Some pets also have a bag, so you can carry more things in them. So your goal of the game with the pet end game is going to be to get an epic pet. We'll talk about pets later, but get yourself a free pet with the guide and you'll be well on your way. The next thing you're going to want to do is go right where I'm at right now. Go to your house. Hit the house icon in the bottom right, or hit the T on your keyboard. It's the default key for your house. And you're going to want to set yourself up for life skills if you haven't already. There are daily caps on them, and you can get them reset on your alt, so you've got different caps for every alt. But for your main, they reset every single day. And life skills allow you to do all these things: gathering, mining, ranching, foraging, farming, crafting, smithing, handicrafts, alchemy, cooking, foods and potions, and snare traps for your mounts, or your pets rather. And that's the complete life skills stuff that you would do in the game. We'll do separate videos on each of those, but you have a certain cap every day. When you do it, you get experience and you level up, and then you get to do more and make more and be better and make better things as you go along in the game. But to start off with, you're gonna start furnishing. You'll probably have your tutorial for this, but under life skills, you'll see the things that you can open up with, and it starts with something really small like a chicken pen and a rice patty. And generally, I just suggest that you make 4 in a row, like in a square. And like we talked about last episode, just stand in the middle, and everything that's highlighted over here is that which you're going to be able to collect. So every day these reset at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See that mysterious meteorite tree? You're going to want to build one of those as well. That's what you use to farm the materials, or part of them, that you use to make your traps for your snares for your pets. And you can collect a whole bunch of things. After you collect them, then you craft with them. And then you sell, or you use, or you trade, or you give away, whatever you want to do. these things are going to be very self-sufficient for you. Keep in mind, if you do make alts, you can use the same crops over here with your alts. You share the same house with your alts. As you can tell, I haven't started working on housing at all whatsoever. We just have stuff from the tutorials so far. Now that we're in our house, we've discussed mining and foraging and harvesting, and we've gone through the maple tutorials through our other videos. We're talking about beyond level 50. Before you get out in the world and you start building your fortune and you get all hot and epic and stuff, you're going to want to build one of these little suckers in your house. Alright, it's called a Scion of Light. And what it does is increase your piercing by 4% for an entire hour. You just plop it in your house. It's like the most amazing statue ever. And if you look on your stats and you go to advanced view and you look on your piercing, my piercing's up by the same percentage as it's supposed to be, an additional 4%. I was at 5 point something, now 9 point something, and that's really good when you're looking for piercing in the game. We talked about that last episode. Piercing is going to be an important stat for us. So before we get ahead of ourselves, we're setting ourselves up for level 50. Get one of these, start furnishing, search for Scion, you're good to go. I don't know why it exists or how it exists, but it does exist. So I mean, grab one, it's free, put it in your house, use it, you're gonna love it. Don't know if you knew about it, but now you do. Tell your friends. So we're kind of set up in our house. Aside from making it look pretty, it looks pretty gross right now, but we're setting ourselves up for level 50. What's the next thing we're going to want to take a look at? Well, we'll look at the prestige system. It's probably the easiest first thing to look at. It's right view up on the first tab, prestige rank, and you start building your prestige after level 50, and you get a whole bunch of stuff like attribute points, mesos, tags, and other rewards. But at the bottom you get some really good bonuses, anywhere from mesos to drops in swimming, and mounts not getting knocked back, mounts being able to swim, cost reductions on enchantments, air taxi reduction in price, ground mount speed overall. These are all for everything. So I really like the prestige rank system. It's like a way to develop experience beyond the max level, and you collect the experience and prestige for absolutely everything. Now that daily missions have popped up, it's a really good time to talk about daily missions. Now, some people will say only do the last 3 daily mission sections. I mean, they are arguably more valuable, but I do all of them. The concept behind daily missions is you go to maps, you complete really little quests equivalent to like exploration goals. They don't take very long, and after you do a certain amount, you collect MP and you get all of these chests. Your goal is to get 300 for the day. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6 total chests with a bunch of really nice stuff in it. But the real prizes additionally come from these boxes over here, whether it's material mission boxes, whether it's meso boxes. You could get filthy rich on one pull. Let's go, baby. Power mission boxes, which include gemstones and pet capsules. Special mission boxes. You can get vanities and outfits and all sorts of stuff from these things, and definitely do them every day. They're easy rewards. It's as simple as going over here, seeing that you got to attack enemies using kerning buses found in Miros Media Park. Click on it. If you're premium, you can just go right there at air for free. Otherwise, get your butt there like regular people do. So some people will tell you they take 2 seconds. They take a little bit longer than that, but they're fun, and there's variety in them. And you'll see that we've completed it below. Go to our daily missions, and we took off Get Rich, and we're left with a new box in our inventory along with some prestige experience. And if we open up the box in our inventory, we will see that we got some mesos. In fact, we got 70,000 mesos for free, and we also got an additional 8,000, so 78,000. It's all RNG, but it's a fun little box over there. Alright, we've got daily missions. You've got those to do. You've got your life skills. You've got those to do. Do all your life skills. Do all your daily missions. In looking towards your prestige rank, keep in mind, as we talked about before, there's the exploration stars that you can get. You can show them anywhere on the map. And those are the exploration missions on the right hand side. When you get 150, you'll get all of your AP points from your exploration, along with some other rewards as well. And it's a really important thing to do, because AP is your dude. It's your overall stats, you know what I'm saying? So, exploration on the map, definitely OP, end game. Do it whenever you want, whenever you can. What else do we do at level 50? Well, we go fishing if we want to. I'm just giving you some options over here, and then we're obviously going to get right to the dungeons type of thing. But you got fishing over here, and you can fish. We'll do the fishing video. Fishing is really awesome. It takes patience and fun, and you can get some cool rewards in there. Not just fish, you can get golden fish, you can get cosmetics like outfits, vanity. So fishing is cool. If you like that, you get to fish in many different parts for many different types of fish and be a completionist and be a master fisher, and you know, get the girl, do that kind of stuff, right? So there's all that kind of lifestyle, life skill type of things. And also there's pets. You can go pet hunting around the world, and after you got your own pet, you're going to want to get an epic pet. I mean, I might have a pretty decent pet, but it's not my ideal pet. It's just an okay pet right now. So you're going to want to go around and get pets, but before you get pets, you got to make traps, and before you make traps, you got to get the materials. So you're going to want to get potions. That's one of the materials. There's also gems and stuff that you can farm for your gems as well. So there's a whole lot of extra things that you can do. I'll get into another gems video coming up very soon in the next day or so. I just wanted to lay it on little piece by piece, but I think that's enough stuff for level 60 already. But like any MMO, it's going to come down to your gear. Maybe for you personally, if you're not building houses or playing music or fishing all day, but I'd love to do it all. So gear is really, really important, and we get our gear, of course, in the dungeons. So every week, if you click on the challenge map at the bottom, challenge map, you'll see your total dungeons that you have available. There are 30 total dungeons every week at this point in the game. I've completed 26 out of them. You also have a total of 10 dungeons per day. So it's 30 dungeons per week or 10 per day. When you first try and get into the 50 dungeons, you probably won't have enough gear scores, so you'll be looking for 1500, and you'll want to go to the black market and find some really cheap blue pieces of gear that you can grab to get your proper gear score to get into your high-end 50 normal dungeons. There are many dungeons in the game, including ones that we saw as we leveled up, normal dungeons, and the final normal dungeons are the ones which will give you your epic weapon that will get you in to the hard dungeons. And you're going to need that epic weapon. You're going to need to do a lot of, you know, crazy work to kind of enchant and waste mesos or gears. So you're going to be running a lot of one of these 3 dungeons or 4 dungeons, more than likely this dungeon right over here. You're really going to be looking for Tronics. So as far as gearing up endgame goes, it is really easy to do so. The thing you're just going to have to deal with is time and patience. And it's just going to take you a little while and some good RNG to get the gear that you want. Otherwise, you're going to be able to do other things in the game that will allow you to make mesos, that will allow you to purchase whatever you're lacking in the black market. I encourage you to be patient and enjoy the game. There's a lot of fun new dungeons that were just released yesterday. There's like 7 in total, and I'm going to flip through them right now to show you the varying degree of theme, difficulty, fun, colors, action, layout. It's just that there's a whole bunch of ways to gear up using dungeons, but essentially the gear for all those dungeons is identical, with the exception of a couple that have a couple of pieces. Like one of the new dungeons has an epic ring that you might want to go for as well. But short and sweet, Tronics is probably going to be your fastest and best dungeon to go through. Having said that, you might be with a group of casuals and you don't want to wipe, and you might just want to play some easy dungeons that are really fun, that are really fast, that get you the same amount of loot but not necessarily as much pressure to not die or gear up a little bit better. So Tronics probably best, or one of the 3 higher normal dungeons. But again, I'm not going to say be that picky. Just enjoy the content. Your goal in the beginning is going to get up to 2100 gear score, so you can get into hard dungeons, and you will easily be able to accomplish that in any dungeons that you want. We'll get into more dungeon guides and specific dungeon guides moving forward. But I just wanted to start there in regards to dungeon and gearing up. Keep in mind that you're collecting your onyx material, which you're going to use for enhancement. We'll do a separate video on that later today or tomorrow. So save your materials. They're going to be very valuable. You're going to need a lot of them. And next episode, we'll talk about the other stuff that you need for dungeons into the future. But this is just the first video in regards to what to do after level 60. And you're looking for your epic weapon, which can be traded, which can be sold. You can buy it in the black market. So they are very valuable starter weapons. In doing so and getting your epic, you will be able to get the gear score. Remember, we talked about the gear score. Enough gear score, mine's 2864, to get yourself into hard mode dungeons. So you're just kind of climbing the ladder of cool hard content in the game, like any awesome MMO, whether it's RuneScape or World of Warcraft or ESO or Final Fantasy 14 or whatever you like to play. It doesn't really matter, but it's a game of escalating gear scores, skills, commitment, grinds, and a whole lot of fun along the way. So your dungeon directory is where you can take a look at all the gears that you're going to get in the dungeons. But after you hit level 50, you're going to pretty much be rolling Tronics in a group. Get to know that dungeon. We'll probably do a video this week on the dungeon. It's pretty easy, but we'll do one anyways. Get your epic weapon, get your gear up, get your gear score up. Use the black market if you have to. Another little trick that people sometimes use is putting gear score that's higher with a weapon that's not really for them, but they can equip anyways, so they can wear it into the dungeon. But you're not really doing your team a chance. And what are you going to do when you wipe often because you can't, carry your own load? So I wouldn't encourage you to do that. But get your gear score, and what you're going to want to do is, if you're in a group or not, you're going to want to hit the cog over there under normal adventure. When you hit level 50, you're going to probably just want to untick everything except for Tronics, click OK, and you're going to want to click find a party, and you're going to be able to find a party. So it's very detailed in terms of what you can search for. If you don't really care, you can put another, you could put a few on there, but you're looking for a certain weapon. And if you're not finding that and you don't have good luck, I suppose you could go make some alts and run more dungeons for the week, but you're probably going to be doing other things in the game that will make you some mesos that you could sell in the black market and make some riches. So we'll get into that in another episode, but that is another thing to do at level 50. That's the whole dungeon directory and what you could do every single day in terms of dungeons. And a lot of people like to do dungeons in the game, and that's a lot of what the game is all about. And the dungeons are really cool and challenging and awesome, and the rewards equally so. So we've gone through prestige, we've gone through dungeons, we've gone through life skills. There are a whole bunches of other things that we could do. We've gone through pets, we can do our exploration goals like we said before. We can also search for treasure chests, and we can also fish, and we can fish for honor. We can fish for random cosmetics. We can fish for fishing XP. We can fish for prestige experience. We can also fish for golden fish. And the more experience you get, the more you're able to fish in areas that have a higher chance to get golden fish, which you can sell for mesos as well. The other thing that you can do, of course, in addition to pets, is go and farm those potion solvents like we talked about before, so that you're going to be able to combine them with earth fragments that you're already cooking in your house and farming every day. As you can see, we have tons of those, and we have 0 of the potion solvents, and we're going to want to make more of these snare traps. And you can only hold so many pets, so you're going to go out collecting pets every day. There's a lot of things to do level 50, so when people start talking about alts, I get kind of like eked out, man. There's like at least 40 hours worth of stuff on your main to do every week, and that's without kind of doing the casual fun type of thing, like hitting all the mini games and such. And I'm hitting the mini games, man. I like the tokens. I want the beard. I want to spin the wheel for some cool stuff. So it's your choice how you want to play the game. You can speed up, you can slow down. It doesn't really matter. But what I can say is this: at level 50, the game starts. It kind of doesn't really feel like it because there's so much content and polish and production built into the first 50 levels, but I figured we jumpstart all the way to level 50 and what to do at level 50. You might have some questions in comments below. I will caveat that by saying, do whatever you want. Legit, man. You want to do cosmetics, you want to make your house. Gosh, there's so many beautiful houses. We'll explore many of them. There's so many other videos to come. So you want to catch pets all day, you can catch pets all day. Really, I hope you're enjoying yourself in the game. It's amazing. It's incredible because I love MapleStory so much, but this game is so different from regular MapleStory, and that's what makes it so special. It's a really great game, for real. 10 out of 10, 5 stars. What's up, girl? hit the follow, like, share, whatever we're doing here on YouTube. Catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/fishsticks tonight and every single night. Thank you so much for checking out my content. I really appreciate your time. You could be anywhere on the internet, but you're here with me, and that means the world. We'll see you on stream. As many videos as I can check out. I take all my time and I put it into Maplestory out of love, and for you guys in the community, it makes me happy too. Selfishly, I love the game as well, so it's my pleasure. And gosh, it's like having an early Christmas present. What a gift to have a game like this. What a great game. Anyways, I'll stop the blabbing right now, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. We're probably grinding it out hard today, and I've still not yet slept. I'm trying to crank out more videos, so thank you, thank you, thank you. See you again soon. This is the what to do after level 50. I'll catch you soon. Love your balls.